Hi, my name is Mala Finkelman. I have 3 kids at home. They are aged 6, 5, and 2, and our 6-year-old is, of course, learning at home.
I'm Kirsty Pazak-Smith. I'm a mom to 2 school-aged children. My oldest is a 9-year-old in grade 4, and then I have a 4-year-old in junior kindergarten.
Hi, I'm Ashanti Sri. I'm working full-time from home, and I have a daughter in grade 12, and she's also doing virtual learning from home as well.
My grade 1 daughter is having a hard time with learning at home, with being away from her friends and the regular routines of school. I work full-time, I'm in meetings all day, and to even type in the password for the Zooms that are every single hour is something that she can't read the full instructions and do on her own. I do want to commend the school that my daughter is at, Nativot Torah. They do an incredible job with the online learning, but that level of interaction isn't there. The one-on-ones are not available. The level of tantrums or acting out or just difficulties that were not part of our regular morning routine or evening routine are really popping up all over the place.
Does your girl
I've noticed that my daughter is less playful.
to choose from for you?
She really is somebody who has a lot of spunk and charisma, lots of character. And when she's stuck learning online, it's really the fatigue that we feel as adults, where we're in front of a Zoom screen, and I think throughout the day it gets progressively worse.
During online school, the greatest impacts, and I'd say negative impacts, have been felt and experienced by my oldest child. My son is a neurodiverse child with a learning disability. The most important things for him are structure, routine, and schedule. And as best as I could and my partner could, we tried to recreate that in our home, but it just wasn't enough. He was having temper tantrums that you would witness in like a 3 and 4-year-old after the end of a day of online learning. His ability to actually complete schoolwork was almost non-existent. And quite honestly, he became violent in our home. It was very, very serious. And we all had to bear witness to violent outbursts. So he had smashed our television set. He had physically attacked both me and his father. So actually later this week, he's not going to be on Zoom with his class. He's going to be on Zoom with a constable who has a specialty in mental health. And they're going to have a conversation about what it means when he's emotionally dysregulated and if he causes harm in our home and what that could lead to. As a mom, to have to think about exposing my child to an interaction with a police officer, it's exceedingly destabilizing. I never imagined as a mom to have to do this, especially with a child who's so young. He's an extremely loving, kind, bright, capable, very smart individual. And yet he has these neuro differences. He is not able to access the emotional regulation that's needed after sitting in front of a computer for 6 hours a day. It makes me feel very angry and sad.
So my daughter struggles with severe anxiety, panic disorder, and depression. This has been sort of escalating or heightening during the pandemic. Since online school has started, her first immediate reaction was, wake me up when it's over again. The motivation's not there, not wanting to be up during the day. Her anxiety and her depression's also kind of more apparent the past 2 weeks. Her eating has stopped. So kind of a shutdown when they are experiencing those shutdown periods where they don't want to come out of their room. They don't want to talk to you, talk to her friends. She won't even go on her phone some days. So it's heartbreaking sometimes. At the same time, I am working full time as well. When she's virtually learning and I'm working from home, I feel more burnt out and mentally exhausted by the end of the day. One of the simple thing that we've done is we don't turn on the TV, the news in the house, because it's a trigger and then it goes backwards. So it's always keeping things positive, trying to keep her somehow engaged. A simple thing as waking her up to have something to eat, it drains you. So it is hard.
I really want to stress that for parents, especially those of us who have done all that we can, we've vaccinated ourselves, we've gotten our boosters, we've vaccinated our kids, we really want to see learning happen in a safe way, spaced, masked, with N64s.
What I'm most worried about with prolonged at-home online schooling is my family's safety and my oldest son's ability to control himself.
It's different because when she gets to go to work, there's a routine. There is that piece of a purpose. The way my daughter would always say is, I have a purpose to get up and go. When that doesn't exist and there's lockdowns, it's really hard for them.